In rural communities, access to capital is a problem, and without that access to capital, it's hard for banks, it's hard for small businesses to grow. People's Bank is a family-owned bank, and it's been around since 1908. Our mission is to help rural communities be the best they can. Primarily, we feel like small businesses are the engine that drives communities, and it's what separates a growing community from a dying community. We say we've been a Community Development Financial Institution, or CDFI, since 1908. We felt like it was really going to help People's Bank to help our communities grow. Our customer base is typically more blue-collar, rural, than you see in some of the bigger banks. In some of the more affluent areas, the big banks have pretty much ignored rural America. But we understand that you're more than your credit score, and we feel like that's where we can fill in the gaps. Steve Sullivan and Sullivan's Grocery Stores are one of our greatest success stories. We're very proud of them. Grocery stores in the rural communities are the heart of that community. And in rural America, typically it is low to moderate income people who shop in those grocery stores. Steve has really grown his business, and he has turned a lot of that operation over to his sons, Parker and Sean, and what they're doing for rural communities is impressive.
We started in 2005. Spent a lot of time in our first store, trying to get the sales to grow and everything like that. In our first year, the total volume sales was less than $1 million. And now that we've grown to 14 stores, we're operating in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. We're exceeding over $70 million a year. We have 5 generations of my family that have banked with People's Bank. They've been the reason that we've had the success that we've had. They believed in my dad and gave him the funds so that we could purchase location number 1, and they never looked back from there.
We've provided the finances for every one of his store purchases. We've utilized SBA lending programs to help him grow. Steve has always had a vision that rural grocery stores were important. Whereas a lot of stores were pulling out of the rural markets, Steve was moving in.
A grocery store, especially in a rural community, is the corner piece of the community. Without us, there's such a long drive to get perishable goods and things like that. And so it just has a really small town feel. And in our stores, people have specific butchers that they like to deal with, and they have specific cashiers that they've known for 10 years, and it's really a meeting place for everyone in the community.
It's just been a great partnership between the two of us. Now he owns 14 grocery stores, and he's not ready to stop.
Operating a grocery store in a rural community is not easy. When we go into a community, we plan to be there for a really long time. And People's Bank helped us out every step. They've trusted us that we knew what we were doing when we got into each and every one of these locations. We wouldn't have been able to do it without them.